Today, I want to talk about why it's important to cultivate your skills before fame. I think a lot of women get it mixed up where we feel like we have to be as beautiful as possible to be famous, and we kind of forget that it's not necessarily our looks that will get us through the door, it's our skill set. I was watching a few music videos of celebrities when they first got famous versus now, like after a few years of fame. And one thing that I noticed about all of the women is that they increasingly looked better. And they looked better because they had a whole team behind them. They had professional hair dressers, professional makeup artists, like top notch fashion designers, all of those things. So when you're famous, you're going to, depending on what type of fame you get, um, but you're going to get those things. You're going to get a team of people who will help you to look the best that you possibly can. But one thing that you can't just fast shop are your skill sets. So when I say cultivate your skills before looks when pursuing fame, I don't mean completely ignore your looks. I think that priority, no matter what you do, should always be fitness. Fitness should be number one. You should always make sure that you're a healthy weight. And of course, you want to look the best that you can anyway. Find a hairstyle that works for you, a simple makeup look, whatever. But you don't need to focus all of your time and attention on how you look with the hopes of maybe running across somebody who finds you attractive enough where they come up to you and they ask you what you do. There's a lot of different skills that you can cultivate to get famous. You want to be confident in your skill sets. So I think it's super imperative to build your portfolio. You want your portfolio to be solid. You want it to be solid. You want to have so much work behind you to show because if you're super fire at what you do, as a female DJ, for example, you could walk in a club with the hoodie on and sunglasses, but if you're fire at spinning music, people are going to respect you more than just being a pretty girl who walks in there and has a average skill set. You don't want to be average, especially when you're beautiful, because people have this stereotype that pretty girls get things easy. And when they see that you're in big boss rooms, they don't expect for you to be a boss. They expect you to have just skated by and you just found a way in because of your looks. They don't expect you to have any skills. They don't expect you to have anything to offer. So that's one thing that you need to do, and one thing that you should want to do is prove them wrong. Have a portfolio built behind you so you can be confident in what you sell. And when you're confident in what you sell and you know that you bring value to the table, you can demand more money. And you can demand more money because you know that you bring value to the table. You know that it's not questionable. Nobody can question what you bring to the table because you took those years to perfect your skill set. So that's super imperative, especially as a pretty woman, especially when you're pursuing fame. I can give you an example. So imagine Glorilla, right? So Glorilla, she's a female rapper, and before she was famous, she lived in Memphis, Tennessee, and her teeth weren't done. She didn't have the best hairstylist or the best clothes or anything. But one thing that she did, she sat down and she wrote. She's a writer. She would write music. She tried different voice techniques. This is way before fame. So when she finally got the opportunity to sign on to somebody, she didn't have the looks per se, but she had the skills, enough skills where somebody saw her and they said, okay, I see potential in you. I see the passion in your voice. So I'm going to take you over here, and it's okay. We don't have to worry about your teeth. We're going to get you veneers. We're going to get you the best makeup artist, the best hairstylist, the best of the best, and you're going to look way better. But imagine if instead she spent all of those hours trying to figure out how she wanted to look. Instead of writing, she was like, no, as a woman, I know I'm going to be judged based on how I look. So let me just go into debt and get plastic surgery and things like that, and then I can just rap a little bit. That wouldn't have worked. She wouldn't have been Glorilla today. She probably would have been looked right on over. Even if she was really beautiful, at the time that she met the record label, they're like, okay, but what can you spit? Like, what is your skill? Let me hear what you got. If you want to be a celebrity, first, figure out what you want to be famous for. And what level of fame do you want? Do you want local fame? Do you want global fame? Do you want to be an icon? Do you want to be just known in your community? What level of fame do you want? No matter what level of fame that you want, you need to know that you need to bring skills to the table, especially as a pretty woman. You need to have skills that you bring to the table. So work on these things. Work on what you want to be famous for. If you want to be a famous fashion designer, wake up and sketch, and your hands every day should be so tired from sewing and from drawing different designs that they ache every day. As women, we get so focused on how we look. We believe that all of our worth is in our looks, that we forget to cultivate those skills. We forget to develop the skills that we need so we can really stand out. If you are a painter, for example, what do you paint? Like how many paintings do you have? When was the last time you sold a painting? So the point that I'm making is you can be the most unattractive person in the world, the most unattractive woman in the world. But if you're the most unattractive woman in the world, but you took the time to develop your skills, you can be famous, because once you become famous, you're going to have a team behind you that will beautify you. So you don't have to worry about that. So that's kind of what was on my mind today after watching a few music videos. I just realized that these celebrities, they glow up, but what got them in the door was the fact that they could really sing or really dance. So it was something special about them that got them in the door. Once people see that you're serious about your business, they will send a team. You will have a team behind you, and they will help beautify you. They will help upgrade you. So don't worry about those things. So that was just on my mind today. Tell me what you guys think. Would you say that the order of importance for fame is looks and skills, or skills then looks? I'm curious to hear your guys' thoughts and comment, subscribe, like, and I'll see y'all next time.